Hello and welcome to the To Be Honest review. I'm your honest reviewer, Travis Be Honest, and with me today, like always, is the lovable Tracy Be Honest.
You're stupid.
I know. Well, today is our first actual review on this channel.
It is?
Technically.
Oh, anyway, our review today is the new Naruto. It's ended. It was very
Naruto
short.
Gaiden.
Naruto Gaiden, the Scarlet Spring.
Oh, a new manga that's coming out.
We're talking about one at a time. One at a time. We're going to talk about the story.
So fuck you.
It was pretty much...
Well, let's start off by describing each story. The first two main ones and then the sub ones.
Yeah.
Are the main story, the one that everything's built around, is Sarada finding the picture of Karin
and all the others with
Sasuke, with a head underneath the family picture. Why the fuck would you do that? I have no idea.
I think it was mainly because she just wanted it to be a picture of her and Sasuke, and
they didn't have one.
They didn't have one, so they used that as just so. I mean, it wasn't doubled up because they didn't like Karin. It was doubled up because Karin. I mean, they didn't have a picture of Sasuke of their own when he was older, so they used that one.
Couldn't they took a picture while he left? Before he left?
I don't know what was going on.
Because he left them at the end of 699.
Pretty much the main one is Sarada's relationship with her parents, and especially her father.
Yeah, but dang it.
But I mean, it's kind of ridiculous because it's her and Chocho going on this big quest to find their parents. Chocho looks just like Karui, except she's, an Akamichi. That's the only thing different.
Yeah, that's one of the subplots.
That's a subplot. I mean, but
her trying to find her
real father, and Karin and Sarada trying to figure out, is Karin my mother? Is this woman my mother? And I was trying to find out why her father's never around. And we find out why he's not around.
Yeah, he's on a mission.
He's been on a mission since pretty much Sakura was pregnant. And I guess at a time Sakura went with him, and I guess she got pregnant while on the mission, or something happened.
They didn't go back to the village.
She ended up giving birth at Orochimaru's hideout. And another question, is Orochimaru still, I guess he's not really a bad guy anymore? Or is he just incapable of...
Well, he really doesn't look the same either.
I know, he looks more human now.
Yeah.
He looks like a young girl, but he looks human.
So he looks normal.
Yeah. And Kabuto is running the orphanage now. Who,
in their
right mind, put Kabuto in... That's like telling putting an anorexic person in a room full of burgers and telling them not to eat.
Then they wouldn't. Forgive my sister. She's in a very lonely place. Go die in a corner.
Thinking about it. I mean, it's like putting a starving person in a room full of hamburgers and then telling them not to eat any. That's what I meant. Not the anorexic person. Okay.
I'm gonna die.
Anyway, so I mean, they go on this mission. They follow the Seventh Hokage.
Not a mission.
It's not even a mission. It's pretty much them being stupid. They leave.
Well, Chocho being stupid. Sarada actually
having
have a
reason to leave. And since they're not ninja, they can't. But
it's not a sanctioned mission.
But them being kids, and technically Sarada is the heir to the Uchiha clan, and Chocho's the heir to the Akamichi clan. You wouldn't think that the village would let them leave without their parents or someone from each of their clans. And in Sarada's case, her mom. Or somebody close to her mom.
They didn't really explain that.
Yeah, I mean, Shikamaru sees them leave, but does nothing.
And actually allows them leave.
And Shikamaru is more than likely considers Chocho his niece because he's so close to Shoji.
Yeah.
I mean, all those kids from the Konoha 11, 12, whatever you want to call them, are probably really close. They want their kids to be close, so naturally they probably all think of each other as relatives.
Yeah, but and my goodness, this whole just and then there was also another subplot between Naruto and his son Bolt or Boruto.
You don't even see much of that. I mean, the whole Boruto movie shows Bolt in this horrible way, but there's nothing.
The trailer.
I mean, wasn't he this whole manga was supposed to be about him and his relationship with dad. But
that's what everybody thought, but then they threw the curveball at us.
Yeah, there was a huge curveball, and it's like,
the fuck?
Well, who? Why is this about Sarah?
Yeah. Is she secretly gonna be Naruto's kid? What?
But in the end, we do learn that Karin is not her mother.
And Sakura is her mother.
Karin delivered Sarah.
Let's get back to that one subplot that they never really talked about on the...
Which one?
The Naruto and his son.
Well, that's more of a character thing.
Yeah, let's talk about the one thing where they left it at.
He brought something from his mother.
Hinata.
Well, yeah.
Suck on that, Narasaka fan.
And those of you who were really weird and wanted to see Naruto and Sasuke together.
Fuck you.
Kishimoto wasn't going to do that. that kind of thing is, even though it's modern age, that stuff's still kind of frowned upon in Japan.
So, fuck you too.
Quit that. There's no need to overuse it. You know what? You overuse it.
What if you say it enough, it loses all meaning?
Yes, so don't overuse it. You want it to have some meaning when you say it.
Oh,
say it when you have it like that. Anyway. So I mean, there's a lot of characters that everybody wanted to see together that weren't. So we apologize to you guys if you did see your favorite characters together, because I didn't. Anyway, Bolt and Naruto clearly have issues. You gotta wonder though, had Naruto been raised by Minato, would they have a similar relationship? Because Naruto's dad was Hokage. But here's the exception.
I can see a couple of exceptions here.
Naruto was born while Minato was Hokage. So I mean, he'd be pretty much raised from birth as the Hokage's son, not as I'm born. He's born and then his dad becomes
8 years later,
his dad becomes Hokage. I think that was Bolt's problem. His dad became Hokage when he was young.
Or was it 10 years?
I don't know. But he became Hokage when his son was young, and his son had gotten used to him just being a ninja. And so...
You'd think that he would have been gone a few times.
But yeah, but not like he is... But I think it's different. When he goes out on a mission as a ninja, his son knows he's coming back from a mission and that he's going to be gone for a few days. And so he's going to be away from the village. So I think that was the exception. But now he never sees his children, but he's always in the village. You kind of see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
He's in the village, but he still can't see his children. He can't spend with his children. He sends clones to spend time with them. And then when the clones disperse, of course, he gets the memories back.
And his clones can stay for a very, very long time.
Yeah, so when Shikamaru catches him in his shadow while he's playing Shikadai, when he's playing hide and seek, he's actually playing hide and seek with a clone, which is kind of sad. But you got to see it from Naruto's point of view. Naruto can't leave. He has too many duties. He just can't get up and go play. So, I mean, his clones are so durable that it's like playing with the real thing.
Yeah.
And Shikamaru is pretty much like busted that by saying, that's a clone. The real thing's in his office doing paperwork.
What a dick. And he's one of your favorite characters, too.
I like Shikamaru, and I kind of see where Shikamaru was coming from, because Bolt's making trouble, and if Naruto is making a clone, that means a little percent, a small smidgen of chakra is going to that clone. But the fact is, even with that clone out and about, he still has a massive amount. He probably has all 5 Kage worth of chakra.
Yeah.
Plus some. I mean, technically, he was the Sage of Six Paths.
Half.
Half of the
So a
Sage.
stage of 3 paths.
Yeah, Sage of Three Paths, while Sasuke was the other Sage of Three Paths. I mean, this guy is like so many chakra that making one clone is really gonna do, but Shikamaru makes it sound like he's doing something horrible. But I also see his point. By going out and doing this with Bolt, when he gets the memories back, he's, probably dazed for a second with the memories of what was going on.
It didn't seem like that when they were teaching, yeah.
Who knows? I think it'll depend on how much clones.
Because I just think it's
instant. But
yeah.
If there's too many of them, he might get more than one at a time, so it's like all of a sudden all this knowledge comes back to him.
Then how about when they're training?
I don't know.
Well, let's get back to the ending of this subplot.
Okay. Now let's talk about this. Yeah, so, I mean, the subplot of that is they clearly have a really rotten relationship. I mean, it's pretty darn bad. No.
Let's say this. Bolt wants to spend time with his dad.
So he makes trouble for him.
Okay, now getting back to what I was trying to get back to. Hinata made a lunch for Naruto and gave it to Bolt to take to Naruto. But Naruto was leaving the village. So Bolt, who wants to spend time with his father, let me just remind you that this is going to be important.
We continue.
Gives it to Sarada and Chocho to take to him.
Instead of going with them and spending some time with his father away from the village so that he can actually get to know his father, his old man, all of a sudden it doesn't matter anymore. It's like, yeah, here.
You could tell that giving them the snack was killing them, but was like killing him. But he did it like.
Sarada even tells him, "Why don't you take it to him? Why don't you come with us?" But he turns him down. I mean, like, what kind of idiot are you? You want to spend time with your dad? You go with him.
You're always complaining that, oh, my dad's the Hokage.
Like, Hokage's stuck.
Yeah.
Like, really? You're any?
Because my dad doesn't get to spend time with me.
It's horrible.
Well, then fuck you. Go with him.
Anyway, so now back to the main plot. Okay, so Sarada and Chocho go. They meet up with the Hokage and they're attacked by Shin, this weird clone.
A Shin.
One of the Shins, and they get attacked by it, and he wields the Sharingan, but it's not a normal Sharingan. It's not even a normal Mangekyo Sharingan. It's like this, I don't know, it's like a mixture of regular Sharingan, the eternal Sharingan. It's like a mixture of all the Sharingan. And it's like, okay, what do you got going on?
AKA fake.
Yeah, they're clones, and there's like hundreds of them because it's over cloning. And then you get this weird, and then they get to the tower. They defeat that Shin, and they go to the tower.
No, that Shin ran away.
Whatever. They pretty much defeated him. Anyway, they are on their way to the tower, and Naruto tells Sarada and Chocho both that Choji, Karuи are Chocho's parents, and Sakura and Sasuke are Sarada's.
And before we go any further, let's talk about the other main story that was kind of put into this to make them go. And that was Sasuke is the first one to run into a Shin.
Yes. He runs into him probably at the beginning of the manga, and it's like
part one or part two. We don't know.
I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and look. And he's like, "You are stupid. Fuck you. I'm gonna kill you." He doesn't succeed, and he goes to the tower to wait for Naruto.
And he sends a bird, and he sends his falcon to Naruto. Because they even made a point of this. He probably can't get to a phone charger.
He can't charge his cell phone. I mean, like, when did they start using cell phones as
laptops?
I mean, there's a computer in the Hokage's office. I'm like, you know how much easier Tsunade's job would have been, and the hospital's work would have been.
And you gotta remember that they also had movie theaters when they were kids.
Exactly. Yeah, before there was computers, there were movie theaters. I mean, there were motion pictures before there were computers.
But it didn't happen that fast.
No, it didn't. 15 years have passed since Tsunade was Hokage.
It takes 30.
And
Usually.
this is like, and then all of a sudden they have all this technology. I'm like, no, no, it don't work like this.
Unless it was in the background.
Yeah, and I mean they have telephones, they have electricity, they had all this stuff. Maybe it was, and there were times when you saw and Orochimaru had a supercomputer. He had computers in his hideout. Remember when Kimimaro was...
Yeah, we gotta remember, when movie theaters and stuff like that, there were supercomputers.
Mm-hmm. And look, and Orochimaru had Kimimaro hooked up to that medical thing.
Yeah, the life support system.
Yeah, so they have a life support. I mean, so they didn't have technology. I just don't think it was as popular yet. And now they have cell phones, and maybe a lot of this stuff came from another country, another land, like across the ocean, even further than the Hidden Moon Kingdom and the Crystal Moon Kingdom and stuff. Remember in Guardians of the Stone Golem? Naruto and the Guardians of the Stone Golem? Those guys from the West.
I know, yeah. And they actually showed like an American colony.
Yeah, they had like an abundant, it was like a medieval colony.
I wouldn't say medieval, I would just say
it was like
pre-America.
It was like pre-America world. And they had all this technology, and so maybe it came from there. Because he did make friends with the kid.
There was always a joke that I always said that maybe in other countries besides the ninja world, chakra is in other forms. Like I had speculated that the One Piece universe and the Naruto universe are actually in the same universe.
Yeah, because you
when
you watch the show, you see the leaf symbol, the symbol of the will of fire, stuff like that.
And I just speculated that chakra is inside the fruit.
Yeah, that chakra has infused inside of it, and that's what gives them their powers.
Yeah.
That's actually
when they eat them.
Because look at him stretching. That one kid, the new kid, what's his name?
I have no idea. Yeah, I think so.
He can stretch like Luffy.
Okay, let's get back to our review.
Okay.
We keep on sidetracking ourselves.
Okay, so he's gone to the tower and he's waiting for Naruto, not knowing that the kids are coming with him.
Naruto doesn't even know.
So they stop and they're resting. Well, Sarada goes off by herself and gets to the tower because she really wants to see her
And
dad.
she gets the Sharingan at this point too.
Yeah, she has the Sharingan thanks to the fight with Shin.
I thought it was just thinking about her meeting her dad.
No, she had it when she was fighting Shin. She had it when he attacked. Anyway, she gets to the tower, and lo and behold, Sasuke is there. But you know what he does? He holds his sword at her throat and says, "Are you one of them?" Dun, dun, dun. It's like, and she's like, "Papa?"
And that's the end of that?
And that's the end of that one. And Naruto comes in, he's like, and then he says, "Don't you recognize Sarada?" and stuff like that.
Well, fuck no. He had never met her before.
And Sakura's on her way because she's like, "That's child of mine."
No, whenever they start fighting.
I know. I'm just telling him that she is on her way. She is talking to Shizune at the beginning. Shizune is explaining what's going on, but she is on her way. Anyway, well, Sarada gets into this whole one-sided argument with her father about how she's like, "Don't you even care about mom?" and stuff like that. And you can actually, the drawing of him is, the anime would be better to describe this, but you can see kind of the way he's drawn that what she's saying is actually kind of hurting him, because it's clear that he does care about them. It's just she doesn't know the circumstances yet of why he was gone, and I don't think she ever actually learns.
I don't think so.
I think they tell her he left on a mission, but I don't think they actually go into detail about it towards her. I mean, we get the full information, but anyway, she runs out and Chocho stays inside you. Well, Naruto.
Because she's fat.
No, Naruto says Sasuke is an idiot and goes outside. Chocho says something. Chocho and Sasuke are inside still. Well,
Chocho just offers.
Yeah, Chocho then offers Sasuke some chips.
And then there's another scene.
And then Naruto's out there with Sarada. They're talking. And then the Shins attack. More of them this time. Plus this weird, really fucked up guy attacks them with them.
Oh, the guy with the eye that we thought was Donzo.
Maybe a messed up Donzo or Obito all fucked up. But Obito is dead.
And he was a good guy at the end.
Yeah, and then he became a good guy. And then it's also that Madara. Madara survives somehow. No, Madara's dead too.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
They're too ugly to be Madara.
Yeah. But I mean, he had eyes on top of his head and everything.
His arms,
Their intention is to take Sarada. That is their intention.
You know, they have that. I want a plushie of that one thing.
I know. He's so cute. It was a bad thing, but it was cute. Anyway, Sakura's on her way running.
Just put it right behind us and then.
Sakura's on her way running.
We don't have a show.
And we're like, okay. And they're fighting. Well, they throw shuriken at Sarada, and Sasuke blocks it. Now Sakura shows up, whams him. But then they take her instead. They leave, but they take Sakura with them.
At first I thought it was unintentional,
but it turned out to be intentional. He wanted them to do a transplant to save one of the Shins.
I thought it was to save him
or whatever. One of them was to be saved.
Just the Shin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. It was to save him using a Shin. Anyway, she refused, of course. She wasn't gonna do it. And she got to talking, and she pretty much tells them, "I'm gonna kick your ass."
And that's about the only character development with the adults we get.
Sakura is pretty much, "I'm gonna kick your ass right now," and she does.
You can tell she loves her daughter.
You know, she clearly loves Sasuke. She always has. Even when they were kids, she loved him. She did she did care for Naruto, but not on the scale that she cared for Sasuke.
Mm-hmm.
And she even acknowledged that Hinata loved him more than she ever would. She loves him like a brother, but not as a romantic figure. Seven, she pretty much admits that. Anyway, she's there, and Sasuke can only track him with his Sharingan Rinnegan thing.
But it's not up to standard right now. Yeah. At that point,
they've come back, but just not there yet. So
you would think that he would still be good at using it.
So they do what he does best. He went to Orochimaru, who is pretty.
We already talked about this earlier.
Yeah, but anyway, they're there, and they meet up with Sugetsu
and Jugo, but he's just in the background.
But Jugo's a background character purely. And so Orochimaru's there. I don't know if Orochimaru's lost his powers or just isn't as strong as he once was. I don't know. But she asked Sugetsu to check her DNA. And she asked about Karin. Well, Sugetsu even says that he was like, Sasuke can't be that much of a...
Bastard?
Yeah, bastard. I couldn't remember what he called him.
You use that word more than me.
I know.
Describe people in the show.
Anyway, and he tests it, and it comes out a match for Karin. Or we thought so.
He was an idiot.
He messed up. Sarada was born in Orochimaru. We find out later in the manga that Sarada was born in Orochimaru's hideout because for a little over a year, Karin and Sakura traveled looking for Sasuke. And during that time, Sakura gave birth in Orochimaru's hideout. So I'm assuming Orochimaru really isn't a bad guy anymore.
And I'm kind of wondering, why did she give birth in Orochimaru's?
Well, if they weren't close to a village, she couldn't be taken to a hospital, and Karin was the closest medic, so they must have Orochimaru's hideout must have been the closest place.
Yeah, but it ain't like they were runaway ninja, and it also wasn't. Yeah.
Orochimaru also has a medical facility. Most of his places are pure medical facilities.
Yeah,
he's a
scientist.
Scientist. But the fact is, she could have been on a mission, and Karin joined her, and it just so happens that they've been gone a year, and on that mission, maybe the mission was a year long or over a year long, and during that mission, at some point, Sasuke got her pregnant, and she went and gave birth. And the closest place to do it when she went into labor was Orochimaru's hideout. There's circumstances that we don't know about.
Because it wasn't divulged.
Yeah, it never divulged why she gave birth at Orochimaru's hideout, but she did. Anyway,
because it ain't like she wasn't in Cherokee giving birth.
Yeah, and she needed to be hidden. But anyway, Sarada's umbilical cord was on Karin's desk. And
so it was inside a drawer.
on her desk. It was on her desk. It was there. It was in the desk. It was in the general vicinity of the desk. Anyway, so I guess he put in Kareem's information and thought that he was using Kareem's DNA. And so, it's because the lights. You're going to have to turn the light on.
Fine, I'll turn the light on.
Anyway,
but just remember, I'm doing it for you.
Anyway, so, I mean, you better hurry. Oh, there you go. And so we learned that he put in Kareem's information and thinking that that was Kareem's DNA, he must have used it. And then it came up a match, not a match for Sarada to Sarada instead of Sarada to Kareem. So Sarada calls Naruto a liar, and then he calls Sugetsu an idiot. That's like the plot kill because Naruto throughout Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, he was a complete idiot.
Yeah, it wasn't until he got older.
Then he got a little wiser.
Because his attitude really didn't change from the last movie to this.
No, he's still the same.
So there was no character development with him, pretty much. Just
we'll get on to that. Anyway, so they figure out where he took Sakura into Kaguya's realm.
Oh, and don't forget, we also found out that one guy with a whole bunch of eyeballs
is a clone.
Yes.
They're all clones.
And I have a question.
Well, you asked the damn question.
I just said that.
I know, now ask it.
Orochimaru always wanted the body of a Uchiha because he wanted the Sharingan, right?
Exactly.
And he was able to make clones.
Yes.
Why didn't he put his body into the clones?
I don't know. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe they weren't compatible enough. I don't know. I'm just trying
to... The only thing that he needed was a strong ninja.
I don't know. What the hell are you asking me for? I don't know.
You know more about this show than I do.
Yeah, but I don't... She'll get pissed.
Oh, sorry.
And, so, I mean... You don't know the circumstances of that either. Kishimoto doesn't go into it, and I don't know where to look it up at. I've been on to a lot of fan sites, Travis, but none of them have explained that to me yet.
And if you know, please comment.
Yes, because I would be really appreciated. Like I said, I've belonged to a lot of fan sites for Naruto, purely Naruto fan sites, and they haven't said anything yet. So.
Yeah, we'll just keep it. He didn't explain well, and just go on.
Anyway, so, you know, they go to Kaguya's realm and find Sakura. Sakura's already started her beating the hell out of people.
One-woman army thing.
Yeah, one-woman army. And so all that happens, and he says, and Sasuke pretty much tells him, I'm not worried about Sakura. My wife is strong. I'm like, hell yeah. You kind of redeemed yourself from being an asshole.
Is it bad that she's, right now, at that moment, she was the strongest of the three?
I know, but then Naruto and Sasuke pretty much, well, Naruto pretty much takes out all the shins. Sarada takes out the little Jubei creature.
And the rest of the shins.
And the rest of the shins with her massive strength. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Massive strength and a Sharingan. My God.
That's going to be in probably complete chakra control. She's going to be one badass ninja. As long as she doesn't do as Sakura was like when she became, and she's already proven that she isn't going to be so fangirl Kunoichi like certain Kunoichi we know.
Okay.
And Sakura.
And since we've already talked about every portion of this story,
just know that Sasuke went back to the village with them because Naruto pretty much tells him, I think since your cover's blown, your mission's complete. Oh, I gotta get that damn cover. Continue.
Yeah, his mission's complete, and then when they get back to the village, everything's happy now. Cho-Cho meets up with Choji, who had taken the food pill thing and had become thin because of that one jutsu. And she says, "Are you my father?" And she said, "Why, yes, I am." And then she realizes it's her dad that she's known. So at the end of that subplot, and now she wants to train to learn that. And then Sarada, Sakura, and Sasuke, 3 S's, just go and have a family photo taken to actually have one.
Yeah.
And
then we learn that, and then Sugetsu and Karine are in the on the final, and she tells Sugetsu he's an idiot, that is Sarada's umbilical cord that was in the drawer, and that the only reason that her DNA was there is because she was the one who delivered Sarada, and
not
then,
the one who gave birth to her.
and that Sugetsu now owes Sarada an apology. And then Sugetsu says, oh, and I think she needs a new pair of glasses. The last ones we gave her look a little, she seems to have outgrown them. So they're the ones that get, now we know why she has eyeglasses like Karine.
Actually, and we also don't know why does she need them?
Well, actually, it's said that the Sharingan causes you to lose your eyesight.
But she hadn't used it until now.
Maybe she had been born with eye problems, or maybe it was their way of protecting her eyes.
Or maybe since she's not a full Uchiha.
Yeah, maybe if she doesn't have as strong eyes, except when she uses her Sharingan. Remember Obito? He used goggles to protect his eyes.
I thought it was more of a fashion statement.
No, it was to protect his eyes.
Okay.
And that he didn't have the best eyes in the Uchiha clan. So anyway, now let's go to characters.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, we gotta hurry. Mom needs me.
Okay, first off, Sarada.
Is kind of a bitch. But she kind of redeemed herself. Only kinda. Very small amount.
Because she got an idea in her head, looked for evidence for that idea,
and stuck with it.
Yeah.
Though if Sugetsu apologizes and says he messed up, that she is, she might not believe him. Even unless Karine herself says Sugetsu fucked up. So all in all, Sarada didn't make much of a character development, even when she
wasn't really an annoying.
She wasn't annoying like Sakura, but she wasn't a total emo bastard like her dad, like Sasuke. So she was like in between. She was a bitch.
So she was normal.
Yeah, she was normal. Kind of boring.
Okay, here's one you're gonna like. Bolt.
Bolt's an asshole. I don't care if at the end of the movie he'll redeem himself with his father or something. I don't care. He's an asshole.
I don't care if he saves the world 3 times over.
He's kind of pathetic too. I mean, he pretty much in the trailer you see him throw a cake that his mom has baked onto the ground. I'm like, we understand the problems with your dad.
But what the fuck's your problem with your mother?
I mean, Hinata throughout the whole series, throughout every movie she's in, she has shown that she is nothing but the sweetest person. I mean, and she's strong, she's powerful, and she's kind of scary when she's determined.
Yeah. But Bolt has no reason to hate her.
I understand his hatred, but I mean, what did she do? Did she defend his dad and it pissed him off or something, or was the cake for his dad? And
I think maybe.
I don't know what it is. I just think he's an asshole. And until I see the movie, I don't even think the movie's gonna redeem him, because he pretty much tells his dad that he'd rather be an orphan than have him and his mom as parents. I'm like, you just crossed the line, buddy. If you were real, I'd kill you.
There's the line.
There's a line right don't. There's a line.
Here's you. You just went over it.
Yeah, there's a line you do not cross when it involves your parents. Naruto grew up as an orphan, wishing he had parents. Now his son wished he did grow up an orphan. And right now, I think he should have too.
Actually, I think he should have grown up.
Not past it, yeah. You shouldn't wish that on people, or even fictional characters, but I do. Now Cho-Cho.
Oh, don't forget, we never even saw Hinata or
Himawari in the manga, except that little bubble with Hinata in it.
Yeah.
And the 700 was last year's here.
And you gotta think, what does Bolt think of his little sister?
Yeah, I'm like, if you treat your parents like this, how do you treat your baby sister? Now, if you treat that little cutie badly, I'll find a way to make anime characters real. Because that pissed me off, because she's an adorable little kid. From what we've seen of her, she's adorable.
And she adores her big brother.
Yeah, she adores him, from what we can see. Because when they're visiting Neji's grave in 700, she pretty much says, next time we come, we should bring
I want
the big brother to come with us next time.
Yeah.
While she's visiting her uncle Neji.
Yeah. Okay, Cho-Cho now.
There was no character development except at the very end.
She was just an idiot.
She was just an idiot. She's stupid.
And
now Karui is not the smartest tool in the shed from all we've seen of her during Shippuden, but she's not dumb. And Choji isn't the sharpest, but he's not dumb either.
Yeah, I guess two idiots make a
idiot.
Yeah.
But they weren't total idiots though.
I guess two halves an idiot make a whole idiot.
I guess so. Now at the end she decides she wants to train.
Just because she saw how thin Choji got.
Yep. And so it's like, okay. That I don't think she understands the circumstances why he's that way, because he had to take those food pills. That's the only way. Or use his butterfly form.
But I guess she...
And Ina looked pretty annoyed about it. Because she even says he overdid it on a mission.
Yeah, and the next one is that
Mitsuki guy.
Yeah,
there was no character development because
well, technically we did see him, and he does have and he might have a thing for Chocho.
Yeah, or Sarada. I couldn't really tell.
I think it was more for Chocho,
which isn't creepy.
Because he didn't really pay any attention to Sarada. He was just teasing Chocho about her weight.
Yeah, but he did it in a way that wouldn't get him in trouble with the Nakamichi.
Yeah.
So, but he's kind of a dick, but in a good way. He's one of those fun kind of dicks, and not the kind of dicks that grow. Never mind.
And now we're just, since we're running low on time, we're just gonna put Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura in the same pile and just talk about them together.
There was no real character development between them, except Sakura became a little bit more powerful.
And she loves her
daughter, but Sasuke loves his daughter too. They all love their kids. I mean, and Naruto's, Hokage, so he's a little smarter, a little bit wiser, and less reckless. There's really no character development in Sasuke whatsoever.
Yeah.
Except his love for his child. If he had a boy, I guarantee that boy would have been named Itachi.
Why? We thought that Naruto Hinata's first kid was going to be a son, was going to be Neji.
I was kind of thinking that too, but no, apparently not.
I guess since he didn't have the Byakugan.
Probably. They're supposed to have a third child with the Byakugan. Maybe in the movie.
Oh, and you know what I never noticed until I just now noticed it? That the family picture of Naruto and Hinata had Naruto waving with his right hand.
And he had it uncovered, so it was actual hand, and it looked flexed. But his right arm was the one he lost.
Yeah, because he used his right arm for the same gun.
So, but then
they fucked up.
They messed up there. They forgot to add the bandages. But like I said, there's really no character development for Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. Even Sai seems a little bit more open and friendly. From what little we saw of him, Shikamaru seems to be the same. Tamari's the same.
We didn't see her
we saw her in 700.
Yeah.
She seems pretty much
the same. But since we're just talking about the
characters, and Shikamaru's pretty much the same, Ino's pretty much the same, Shoji's pretty much the same. Everybody that you see is pretty much the same.
Yeah, all the ones that we got to know.
They're just a little bit more mature.
And older.
Yeah. Because, their parents are in their 30s in the first Naruto series. Now, as adults, Naruto and his friends are in their 30s for their kids series.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of unique.
Okay, now let's get on to our thoughts and rating.
I rated it 6. What about you?
I give this 6 shins out of a total of 10.
Yep, 6. Now, we're not saying it's a bad one.
We're not saying it's...
But we're not saying it's good either.
Entirely good.
It's a little bit better than a 5, but not as good as a 7.
Well, no duh. Well, no duh. Of course it's not. 6 is a higher number than 5. You're off the ball today, aren't you?
A little bit. I've been moving today. Anyway.
The reason why we gave this 6 was because the story kind of lacked depths and character motivations for other characters besides Sarada.
And it really didn't give us enough. It didn't keep us. It kept us entertained, but not enough to the point where I was sitting on the edge of my seat every every week.
Yeah, and some characters were written horrible in the.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but it wasn't great. It
So,
could have been better.
So for the final rating,
score is a 6.
6.
Alright, this is To Be Honest Reviews. I'm Tracy, to be honest.
I'm Travis, to be honest.
And
goodbye.
Bye-bye.